third graders, you are going to be making a desert landscape, more specifically a canyon. I want to quickly take a look at some paintings from some artists. The first ones you're going to see are from Maynard Dixon. He's an American artist who did a lot of southwestern desert canyon landscapes. So let's take a look at those. These first three, this is going to be 3 in a set of his works. I want you to take a close look at the colors that are used here. Artists normally call that their palette. What colors are they using in their painting? What's their palette? So you see a lot of earth tones. Those would be orange, brown, tan, gray. You see a little bit of green on the bottom, a little bit of yellow on the bottom for like the bushes and the grass. And the sky has these wonderful bluish purpley colors. And the colors, they tend to get really strange depending on the weather. In this painting, the clouds, you can see the shadows on the canyon on the left side more or less, and they're purplish and gray toned. And then where the sunlight's hitting it, the colors are a little more vibrant. And that's a great example of a canyon painting right there, similar to what you're going to do. These next three are from Georgia O'Keeffe, another American artist. Again, take a look at those colors. Even though the style's different, she's working with those oranges, browns, some grays, some bluish grays. This is a really interesting one with a winding road leading to the back where the canyons are. And then you have that really big desert sky. This one has less sky, more ground in it. But again, the color palette is pretty much the same. Alright, so we're going to begin making our canyon landscape portrait. A little southwestern flair. Color palettes of oranges and browns, things like that. If you don't have any markers or crayons or anything, you could still do it with a pencil. That's perfectly fine. And check out the 4th grade project. It's a still life project. You guys can totally do that one. And also the 5th grade's doing these elements of art. You can check that out too, so you can get yourself prepared for 5th grade starting now. So let's take a look at what we're drawing. Okay, for this one, you want to start out with a horizon line, and your horizon line should be farther up on your paper. Okay, usually if you do like a landscape, you usually kind of cut the paper in half like that. Not for this one. For this one, hello cat. Yeah, there's cat. All right, what, you're gonna help out? Come on, man. We're trying to draw here. We're trying to draw. For the horizon line, if this is the middle of the paper here, you want to go above the middle of the paper. It's almost like this would be half, and then you want half of a half, a quarter, right? So if like this is around the middle. Actually, it's not the middle. This is around the middle. That's about quarter right there. So I'm going to go straight across. And there's a horizon line right there. The canyon's going to go here. Sky and mountains are going to go on this side. So, really simple for the canyon. I want to start out with my foreground. And the foreground is the place that's closest to me. So that place is going to be larger. So I'm going to put a winding line that goes around like this. Right there. Looks a little strange. Totally do it. All right, so you have a nice weird windy line. Your line can be windy too. What you don't want to do is you don't want to, oh hey there, shading. Oh, more shading. Lots of shading. Addressing the elephant. Okay, so what you don't want to do is something like this. You don't want it like very Dr. Seuss crazy looking, right, like that, okay? Keep the wavy lines contained. All right, go in a little bit, come back out. And then when you're done with that, you're going to create little islands in here. Okay, you're going to create little islands inside of here. Before we do that, now that the foreground's done, I want to go to the background and I want to put a squiggly end over there like that. See how much ground there is? All this space here, and then there's only a little bit on that side. You can't see this, but my cat is following my pencil everywhere I go. It's making me a little nervous. All right, so now I'm going to create little islands in here. So island number 1, I'm going to put right here. There you go. Island number 2. Right there. Now I'm going to make another one here, but it's going to get cut off. This looks like little clouds inside of here, right? Put a little guy here. Now I'm just kind of filling in space. I'll put a weird one right here. And maybe I'll do a cut off one over there like that. So there's my little weird islands inside of here. I've got my larger foreground with the wavy line. Got my thinner background with the wavy lines. Not as bendy too, going across. Then I have these little islands going inside of here. So what's up with those islands? Well, this is what's up with the islands. On every end of one of those islands, you're going to put a line going straight down. So right here on the edge of this one here, down. Edge of this one, down. And I'm going to do the ends of these islands first, and then we'll go from there. All the ends of the islands, right on the end. Down, 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 down. Can't do that side because it's not there. Can't do that side because it's not there. Now that those are done, anytime I made a bend, I'm going to put a line going down for that also. So here's a bend here. Down. Here's a bend. Down. And here's a bend going down. A little guy right there. Little one here. Got the ends of the bends. Now, not just those, but the ones on the inside too. So there's the end of one here. This kind of bent in. I might think about doing this one. Here's one here that ended. Here's one that ended. This ended. This kind of ended here, and this kind of ended there. Right here. Here. And did I miss any? Okay, now I'm going to get these weaker bends. See how it bends and it's a weak bend? I'm going to do the middle right there. I'm going to do the middle of that one. Let's see here. Now I'm going to do this one because it kind of bent over here. I want all these nice little lines. Okay, so that's done right there. Maybe this one? Nah, I'll leave that one alone. I'm gonna cheat a bit, and I'm gonna say that this bent a little bit. I'm gonna put an extra line in there like that. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for this area in the background too. Anytime that it curves, I'm gonna bring a line going straight down. So you're curved here. It started curving here. Started curving here. Here's a curve here. Curve there. Here a curve, there a curve, everywhere a curve, curve. Booyah. All right, last part. I'm going to take a look at my foreground. If any of my wiggly lines bent really far in, and I can make a line going straight down, without going in this space, I'm going to make it. Right here, I can make a line going straight down, and then I stop right there. Not enough room, not enough room. Oh, here's one right here. Got enough room for this one. This is the canyon. Now I'm going to work on the mountains in the background. And when it comes to the desert, you're looking at mesas. The wind did some weird stuff to some of these things, so it kind of, the wind and the rain, the erosion kind of made some strange shapes. They don't look like the mountains that we have around here. They look really different. And maybe I'll put an extra one right here. So there's my background mountains, way in the background. Now for sky, I'm gonna leave clouds out of it. If you wanted to, you could make some wispy clouds. I wouldn't go for, you can find that paper again back here. I wouldn't go for clouds, divide that there. I wouldn't go for clouds that look like this, the big fluffy guys. What I would do instead is make wispy clouds. Closer to the bottom, they're smaller. Farther up, they get bigger. So you get that sense of space, that distance in there. Go for wispy clouds, thin and wispy, very long, rather than poofy cotton balls. All right, so back to this now. Now we can add some elements in here. It's a desert, so what would you find in a desert? Well, you'd probably find a cactus, so draw a cactus here. Put a cactus there, and I'm going to come on this side and drop another cactus here. Being that that cactus is a little farther away, I'm going to make this cactus a little bit bigger. Right there. And I mean, rocks, things like that. You can have like little stones on the ground. Maybe there's a couple stones right here. Little pile of rocks. Maybe there's a larger one here because, like I said, it's closer. And I'll put one right in the middle, right there, like that. And there could be some tumbleweed in there. You want to make tumbleweed. You can I mean, even animals. You can have little mice, gophers, coyotes. Maybe you got like maybe there's someone over here doing a howl or something like that. A little tail there. He's in a weird position. Put him on a rock or something like that. He's like lifting up. And I'm going to take an eraser and erase these little things on the inside so we can see him a bit better. I could put like a little bit of little grass here and there. Not a lot because it's a desert, so you wouldn't see too much. Just flicking up to make the grass, just little flicks going up like that. And you can also put them in the little islands if you wanted to. You want to put a little cactus on here. It would be a lot smaller because it's farther away. So if I did put a cactus here, I'd really want a sense of distance. So I would make it that small, make it really small. If there were rocks there, they'd be very tiny rocks. If there was grass, the grass would be pretty small too. There wouldn't be a lot of it. All right. And then, yeah, we could, if you have crayons, markers, colored pencils, then you could start coloring this up. I'm going to grab an eraser and erase these lines on the inside. All right, we're erased for the most part, so all that's left is to do the coloring on here. So let's do that next. There you go. Okay, so colored it up, and let's kind of go over what I did here. I kept my colors, kept my palette very limited. You got your orange, red, browns, tans in there, especially in this canyon area, all these things going down. I used yellow for the ground. I could have used tan, but it's kind of flat, and I like how the yellow jumps out, right? And I like how the blue jumps out off of the orange, two complementary colors. So I went with yellow for all the ground, kind of like sand. Limited color palette in the canyon. Again, brown, red, orange, tan colors like that. Let's talk about some of the shadows in here too. What I did was if I have a couple colored pencils. I took a black colored pencil because regular pencil wouldn't work. It's too gray. I needed a black colored pencil. I think a black crayon would work too. And I very lightly put in shadows on the left side of everything. Left side of the rocks and cactus, here, left side of the coyote or dog that's going on there. A couple weak left side shadows there, and left side shadows on the mountains in the background too. Then what I also did was I went into this canyon and made it dark near the bottom and made it lighter as I went up. So you could see it really good right here for a sense of value. You got like a dark orange and a lighter orange. And then also on the cactus, I put shadow on the left side of both of these cactuses. I also put a little bit of shadow on the left side of the dog here, on the back leg, tail, the front leg here, and a little bit on the back of the ear. And that's it. Color it. Use whatever tools you have. Crayons, colored pencils. This is marker with colored pencils. I just used Crayola markers for this. I didn't have this color. What I did was I put like a peach color down, and then I put pink on top, and then I put red on top of that, and then the paper started peeling. This is orange with a little pink and a little bit of red on it, just to make the colors a little interesting. I experimented a little bit, and you should too. So try this out, have fun with it, and send me anything that you make. I'd love to take a look at these canyons. All right, bye, guys. Bye.